Alright, it says it's going. If I can't tell. I don't really know. I don't go live often.
I don't see you live right now.
Oh yeah, I'm live.
Are you?
I don't go live often.
I don't see you live right now.
I do. Oh yeah, I'm live.
Videos, home. Are you? Oh, there he is. Burkify Gaming live stream.
Yeah.
Okay.
Alright, cool. So it's working. What's going on, everybody? My name is Austin. You're back with Burkify Gaming, and this is YouTube Talks with Gamer Forever.
Yo, what's going on, guys?
So in the background, I have one of my old Town of Salem videos going up. Oh, didn't want to move that like that.
This feels like I'm spying on you, and it's really creepy.
That's fine. That's fine. So I'll be playing on mute in the background. We decided to do a YouTube Talks, one, because I haven't done one in forever, and two, I'm just testing out how live streaming will work for me, because I don't really know all that much about live streaming, and if this goes well, we'll be doing a monthly live stream. Next time, it'll be a game.
Okay, so far, I mean, 1080 quality. It's got good quality going on in your video right now. Obviously, if you're playing a game, maybe a little less, but so far, it's alright. I'm gonna drop a like.
Alright, thanks, man. Alright, so I have a list of close to 80 questions we're going to go over, and we're just going to start. You ready, gamer?
Yeah, go for it.
Alright, so the first one is, what do you do to impress others deliberately?
I tell them about my video gaming skills.
That's your video game. Fuck off!
I mean, I'll show my setup, I guess. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't really think I do anything deliberately to impress people. Because, like I said, I don't really brag about. There's nothing really for me to brag about. I mean, I don't really talk about my military career. I don't really talk about my job all that much. You know, I mean, there's really nothing I do to impress people. I have animals, so girls like animals, right?
Girls like animals, right? Yeah, I guess there's nothing I go. I guess it depends on how you take the question, because I don't go out of my way to impress people. But if they talk about something that, like, I know, or I know how to do, or I have something cool about it, then, you know, I'll talk about that. But I don't go out of my way to deliberately, like, in the middle of a random conversation, go, "Oh yeah, you should see my setup. It's super, cool." And shit.
Oh yeah, by the way, you should see my dick.
Right? I don't go out of my way to do any of that. So,
all right. What is one thing you will never do?
Never do?
Never do.
You know, I can't say I'm not open to everything, so...
See, and so, like, you would be open for doing an adult video?
Yo, I'm down.
You're down? See, that I could do. I'm pretty confident with my package. However, I will never, ever go skydiving. Ever.
I've gone skydiving. Or, well, I guess my dad. I didn't actually get to go that time. But I would do it.
I won't go because I've had so many dreams of me falling from, like, various heights that I am convinced I'm going to die by gravity. So I'm just going to keep myself out of that situation as much as possible.
Okay, I guess I will never go... I thought of something. I guess I will never go to the top of a cliffside.
Top of a cliffside?
Like, I will never go to, like, you know, Mount Everest or something. I'll never go up there. I'll never go to any of those mountains down in fucking, what is it, Peru or whatever? Where some of those roads are fucking skinnier than the car half the time. Like, any of those situations, I'm avoiding completely. We all know my history with walking off cliffs.
Yeah, you did just the other day while we were playing State of Decay.
Exactly, so...
Alright, so I pulled my screenshots. I actually wrote down the first two, and then I said fuck it, because there's too many, so... So screenshot the rest of them. Alright, number 3. What's an uncommon belief that you hold?
Well, I mean, I'm an atheist, so I don't know. Is that in? I guess that's not common.
I guess it's not really the majority, but I don't think it's quite the minority either.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I guess it's not that crazy rare to find an atheist. I don't know. That's really all I got. I
think the really only uncommon, which isn't really that uncommon, but I mean, I think the most uncommon thing I really believe in is, well, I believe in ghosts. I don't think a lot of people do. I also believe that baseball and basketball are the worst sports to watch. I can't stand them.
Really? Well, I agree with basketball. I find basketball boring to watch.
Like I can play
Baseball,
basketball and I can play baseball, but once I'm sitting there watching it, I get bored really fast. Same with NASCAR. NASCAR annoys the shit out of me.
I really dislike NASCAR. It's just like left turns, but baseball, it depends on how like intense the game is. If it's just like same kind of shit over and over, I can't see
And
how
don't
it
be
gets
wrong.
bored with
If
that.
I'm voting on a game and I'm betting on a game, then damn right I'm gonna watch that game because my team better fucking win or I'm gonna be breaking the TV. All right. What does your joy look like today? It says joy is a personal and powerful term. It's deeper than happiness and far more personal. So I guess what makes you happy on a day-to-day basis?
Probably just hopping in Discord with you guys. Like even when Nick and Doc piss me off, like it's still nice to just hop on Discord and chat with some friends and play games and shit. Just
Right.
chill out.
Yeah, I think my happiness kind of revolves a lot around my job, and when I'm not working, it's always hanging out with like you and Nick. Because like I said, I mean, I've known you for damn near 12 years now, so I enjoy hanging out with you a lot. And then I think on the other flip side of that, I mean, getting to hang out with Nick when I don't really know him that well. Even Doc here more recently, he's been more tolerable. So um, don't get me wrong,
He's been
it's probably because I'm lonely because of the COVID-19 virus, and I just broke up with my girl. So I mean, I'm probably more lonely than usual.
It's because dog deals. It's because dog fucking is down to suck your dick. That's
Yeah,
what it
yeah,
is.
yeah. That I'm just being nice so I can get that pity blowy.
Oh, for fuck's sake! Pity titty and now pity blowy.
Anyway, so I mean, hanging out with my friends and doing my job, are things that bring me joy on a day-to-day basis.
That's fair.
Would you rather have less work or more work that you enjoy doing?
More work if I enjoy doing it.
I'm already in a situation because I pull any overtime I can, just because my boss Keith, he treats me really good. My mentor Kelly, he treats me really good. My family and D Squad, they really treat me good. And I pretty much know everybody in the jail. It's only a select few I really don't get along with. But other than that, I'm pretty much walk into any group and be fine because I know my job and I've done both sides of both day squad and night squad. So, I mean, really, doing more. That's why I take all the overtime. If you want me in, call me. I'll come in, no problem. You know, because that's what I like doing.
Yeah, and then on the flip side of that, like I'm just chilling, playing. I'm just chilling over here with Sonic Cook. And don't get me wrong, I enjoy my job, but it's not like I love my job. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like it definitely could be worse. I've been a McDonald's cook, never working at McDonald's again.
Right. I'm not a person that can sit still, so not doing less work gets me bored too fast.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, I think it's just depending on the job. But if it's a job I like, I'd definitely be down to work it more and stuff. But
Right.
it's finding that job that you like. That's the issue in the first place.
Right. Right. What is more important? What is important enough to go to war over?
Uh, communism.
There's only one thing I personally believe is important enough to go to war over, and that's invasions. If someone, like with 9/11, you know, like if someone attacks our homeland, I believe that is important enough to go to war over. But religion, oil, stuff like that is not important enough to go to war over. Right? Why waste pointless life on pointless beings?
I mean, you got to have the oil.
I mean, but still, you can do that peacefully. You don't need to go attack everybody for the oil.
That's true. Cough, cough, America.
Right. All right. What does the American dream mean to you?
I shouldn't say. I'm a nationalist at this point. If I go like America rules.
I mean, the thing is in the 80s, 90s, the American dream was having a house, a car, a family, and being well off. And unfortunately, that's not always possible, especially people that are less privileged, and people that don't have the right skill sets to go to college. In my mind, the American dream is whatever each person wants it to be. For me, I mean, you still need a house. I mean, obviously, but having a house and having a place to be able, or a place you can go work and do what you enjoy, and as long as you're happy with your life, then the American dream is what you want it to be.
I mean, yeah, I think that's true. Like, I don't know. My American dream right now is like I just want to be able to have a family in the future, but still be able to not have to spend my entire life working just to survive. I want to be able to enjoy my time.
Right. I mean, and I get that on our personal level. I grew up with a family that lived on a paycheck-to-paycheck basis. There were times I went without the basic utilities, and it wasn't fun. But
same.
but at the same time, I do want to be able. I don't think I want to be able to retire at any point because, like I said, I'm not sedentary, whatever. I'm not ever
You're like my
stationary.
grandpa. You can't sit still very well.
Right. I'm not one of those people that are retired to go fishing. I hate fishing. Golf too. Fuck 'em both. I'm not going to sit in a fucking old folks home playing bingo. I want to be able to do a job that I can do for a long time until I retire or until I die. And that
I'm
way my
alright
family
sitting in
always
old
has
folks' home
extra
if I can
money.
swim a piece.
I always wanted my folks to have extra money, my family, so we can go do vacations, stuff like that. But, I just want to be well off.
Yeah, and I guess that's the thing. Like, I don't know that I'd want to be rich, but I'd be well off enough that like I don't have to spend my money on things like I don't need.
Right. Like I want to be able to have extra money laying around the house, when I need it or want to go on vacation. But even if I was rich, I don't think that would change me at all. Like I'll be that rich person that still goes to Walmart. I'll be that rich person that still goes hang out with friends. I still do my day-to-day job. But I'm also the only thing that's really going to change is I'll have no debts. I have a better computer and I'll be able to do YouTube to a better extent. Not 24/7, but to a better extent to where I can play better games for a longer period and be able to edit, or even pay someone else to edit for me.
See, here's the thing. If I was rich, the only thing that would change for what I would do is I wouldn't have to work. I wouldn't have to do Sonic shit. Everything else, in terms of like what I buy, I pretty much have my PC. I may splurge a little bit for like my dream setup for even more than what I got now, just so it's like crazy, insane PC. But I probably want to like get a house and then like invite maybe like you, Doc, and Nick, just a few of the guys to like come live in that house and have like a setup. I mean, obviously it would be like up to them how they choose to do it. They could split bills and shit. Like I don't want to just invite them to freeload on the couch or whatever.
I mean, hey man, you're the rich fucker.
Yeah, but I mean, you get what I'm saying? Like get
Right.
get a nice setup, get a nice house, and then invite some of the gaming buddies to stay as long as they need before. Like maybe not Nick because Nick has a family and stuff, right? So Nick would kind of have different wants, but like you don't have. I mean, you obviously have your family and stuff, but you know what I mean? You don't have a kid or anything yet, and Doc doesn't have it. Just a few people that are still figuring life out to come chill out, hang out, play some games while they're figuring their shit out, because I'm still figuring my shit out,
Right. I mean, I would, like I said, for me, I'd still go to work on a day-to-day basis. I would still be doing my day job. It wouldn't matter. It wouldn't change me. I'm still the same asshole I was yesterday.
Yeah.
If you can instill one piece of advice in a newborn baby's mind, what would you give?
Play video games.
That's bad advice.
I know, I'm kidding. So wait, we're just beaming this advice into the newborn child?
Yeah, so when they're born, you're able to give them one piece of advice. Doctor's going to inject that piece of advice with a USB stick up their ass.
Save your money.
You're a good one. I think for me, it would be don't let anyone tell you that you're not worth it.
Yeah, that's good. That's
good. because a lot of life is people telling you, oh, you're not good enough to do this, or you can't do this. Most of my life I was told I'm too small to do what I wanted to do. But I proved wrong. I still went and played football. I still went and did kickboxing. And I was fucking good at it. I was still good enough to go to the military. And even people told me I was too young to join the job I joined. The hiring age was 21. I got hired when I was 20 and I'm one of the best people. I'm one of the best at my job.
Well, that's nice.
So I mean, don't let anyone tell you that you can't do it or you're not worth it, because you definitely are. You just got to work towards it.
Yeah, and then with mine, like just first of all, imagine how much fucking cash you'd have saved up coming out of high school if instead of spending like the $10 here or like the $30 here on just random toy shit that you broke. Then imagine if you just put it into a bank account or something. You know how much money I would have had coming out of high school?
Oh yeah, I feel you, dude. I got like $900 or so after I graduated, and I went and splurged it all when I came up to see you.
Same. I did too. I like shit, man. Just imagine how much money, and it would really help with the whole college thing. You could save, and you wouldn't have to go into as much debt for that either. So.
Right. Oh shit! Dropped my phone. Are you more worried about doing things right or doing the right things?
I don't think I really worry about that. I just do things my way, and then I figure out shit as I go along. It's hard to say. Like I guess a little bit of both. Like I want to do things the right way. So sometimes, like at my job, I tend to like kind of. I learn a little slower when I'm trying to do things the right way, I
Right.
guess. Once I do them, I do it that way, and I try to do them well and shit. But then once I figure out what I'm doing, I start to make little changes that are like not, you know what I'm saying? Put my own spin on it and make sure I'm doing things the right way. Like obviously, you don't want to do things fucking wrong and shit, but
Right.
you can't let it slow you down. And I do that a little bit. Like I like whenever I can't play a game, I'll go fucking learn it, or I'll watch YouTube videos until I know what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean?
Right. I think for me, I try to do things the right way, but like there's certain times where I believe that what's happening is wrong, and so I'll get it done. But then afterwards, I'll go to whoever's in charge and be like, "Listen, this isn't gonna fucking work." I mean, there's been countless times I've gone to the superiors in the jail, like, "Listen, this guy didn't deserve that lockdown, or I don't like this rule change, you know, like this needs a change, you know." And I've done that quite a few times, and most times I come out of it and I've done it right, and I've done it to where I can make the changes I feel need to be changed, so it's done, the right way, and it's the right thing to do.
Right. So communism. No, I'm kidding.
No. What do you do over and over again that you hate doing? My answer for this is
Existing.
yeah. My answer to this is existing. Fucking
uh,
bullshit. I can wake up every morning. You shitting me?
Gotta go take a shit, and then I gotta go to work, and then I gotta come home and take another shit. Then I go to
I,
sleep.
I mean, sleeping is definitely one thing I wish I could quit fucking doing.
Yeah, if I could just like, okay, yeah, no, I'd be down for like no sleep if like it didn't feel like you were exhausted. You know what I mean? Like if
Yeah,
it,
like if sleep wasn't a human need, like it was just like a want. Like, oh, I feel like going to sleep now. I'm gonna go ahead and go to sleep for
right?
a little bit.
But there's just not enough hours in the day. I want to watch all the shows on Netflix, not just 99% of the shows on
Right,
Netflix.
right. Um, what do you understand today about your life that you did not understand a year ago?
Uh, I mean, a year ago, kind of in the same position I was a year ago, but I guess no, because I'm working now. I've kind of learned that I need to like, even if I don't like to, I kind of need to stay up on like working and keep moving forward with life. Otherwise, if I get stagnant, it's a lot harder to get out of that stagnant situation than it is if I just keep going forward and shit.
Right, right. I think for me, one thing that I understand today that I didn't understand a year ago was that really anything, nothing is ever going to stay the same, but it doesn't mean you can find something similar to that. Like when I left the military, I was very afraid that I was never going to find the friendship and the camaraderie and the family that I found while I was in. And I was very scared that I wouldn't be able to find, anything like that. Hold on. MJ, shut up! But you're meowing. You've got food, water, clean litter box. You don't need nothing else. You're just over here a second ago. Put your face. Damn cat, your sister's a meows for no reason. I don't understand why.
Because it's a cat, it just wants to piss you off.
Cow doesn't. My other cat does not. He's quiet. Yeah, you shut up. Come on up if you're coming, but be quiet. But no, when I started this job, I found kind of the same thing. It's not exactly the same, but I mean, I still found the family and friendship and camaraderie, and that's probably why I feel so comfortable in a dangerous job like that. It's because I trust people I'm with, and the people I'm with are like family to me.
Yeah, that's good. You always gotta have the feeling.
What makes you uncomfortable?
You.
I fucking better.
I don't know. I guess being in like crowds, I'm not a big crowd person, and it's not like small crowds of like 20 to 50 people. Like that's not a big deal. It's when you get into like, New York fucking Times Square fucking huge crowds that I'm just super uncomfortable, and I just, you know what I mean? Like get too many people together and I just feel like something's going wrong or something.
Right. It's the same thing for me. I hate
More,
crowds more because I'm paranoid. Like because of my experiences, I always feel like when I'm in a crowd, someone knows me and they're trying to hurt me. But same thing with like my anxiety in general. Like I don't like heights. I don't like crowds. And loud noises scare me because I don't. They always remind me of like gunshots and shit, and that's always like terrifying for me because I never really know what's happening.
that's surprising considering how loud you are.
Well, I'm not talking about like yelling. When it comes to like the other day, we were having a brush fire in our backyard, and an aerosol can somehow ended up in there and exploded.
Oh, okay, yeah, those kind of loud. I see what you mean.
Right. So
Yeah.
anything that sounds remotely like a gunshot, unless I'm holding the gun myself or like I know where there's supposed to be gunshots going on, like shooting ranges don't bother me. Videos about guns, stuff like that don't really bother me. It's when I'm not expecting it, that's when it bothers me.
A loud, unexpected noise. Yeah. Well, like, I don't know, man. It's just like if you're in a crowd of 100 people, 1 out of 100 of those people are probably a serial killer coming to kill you.
Right, and that's what I worry about.
Like, what? Okay, out of those 100 people, 1 out of 100 of those are probably like not a good part. Like they're a fucking asshole who would help you out if you got, ran over by a car or some shit, or like, there's always that chance that one of those people are just fucking, that they're just you don't want to deal with them. So usually I just tend to minimize my numbers.
Right. Well, that's part of the problem going to jail is people, you most of the time have done something bad, so you don't know which one of them is just going to have a bad day.
Right.
Especially relieving the day squad I relieve, good God.
I
They come in, they're all pissed off about something.
bet.
What is one need and one want you will strive to achieve in the next 12 months?
Bigger Minecraft.
Pure Minecraft.
Well, no, but in the next 12 months, I guess I want to get a gaming chair set up because it's my chair I'm on now is a little bit shit. It's really the only thing in my whole entire setup, honestly, that I could use better, other than like a new pair of like super good gaming headphones because I'm still using my older ones because the last one good pair I had broke, which I guess I could order actually. But that's a need or not a need. That's a want. Sorry, priorities.
I know with your life, fuck, it might be a need.
And then a fucking need I need to strive for is I need to get my license, and it's definitely gonna get got in the next 12 months. But it needs to happen. I've waited so long. I just don't want to fucking drive, but I know I have to. So
Right. I think my need will probably be getting closer to paying off my debts because I'm working towards that constantly. But the sooner I get out of debt, the sooner I can stop worrying about everything else. And put more energy towards not having anxiety attacks over my debts and having more time to work on everything else I want. And as far as a want, I would like to get a better computer within the next 12 months. So,
I mean, yeah, you fucking need one.
I know. Pretty fucking bad. Alright, number 14 we're on. What is one thing you will never give up on?
Gaming
Yeah, I kind of figured that.
and our friendship, man.
Yeah, I think for me, one would be our friendship because I've had you around so long. I don't know really what I would do if you weren't around.
Same.
Kind of like today when you were gone for all fucking day and all day yesterday, asshole.
It wasn't
Literally,
on
I
purpose
recorded
today.
so long, I didn't have anything else to record. I didn't want to record anything else.
I already told you I couldn't help today that our
Yeah, what happened yesterday, asshole? What happened yesterday?
I just took a nap.
Yeah, for 12 hours.
Listen, my naps are long, all right?
I think the other one would be my job. If I don't have to leave my job, I'm not going to. And like, this is probably what I want to do until I retire, if not longer.
I mean, that's always good, too.
Right. When you look into the past, what do you miss the most?
Not having to pay money.
I think mine's easily my dad, just because like I said, I lost him when I was really young, and we didn't go out on the best terms. So I regret every day that I didn't get to tell him that I loved him before he left, and that I wasn't nice to him when we left when he died. Um, and I know that if he was still here, my life would be different. I probably wouldn't be living where I am now. I probably, wouldn't be in as great a state as I am today. But, still, you never know. Things could have changed.
Right.
My parents, like I said, they weren't really that together anyway, so I may still be in the same place. I never really know. But it's one thing I've always regretted is not respecting my dad when he died.
Mm.
Next, let's see here. All right, what's the best part of being you? So what part of you gives you the most pride about yourself?
What's pride?
Pride and respect are different things, I promise.
Are they? No, I don't. I don't really know on this one, man. I don't know. I feel like I'm a nice person. Like there are definitely people meaner. I try not to fucking upset anybody, so I like to be there for people, I guess, and I do that a lot. Although, here recently, I feel like it's screwed me over more than it's helped me. But fuck them.
Man, I get that too, man.
So
Like, I'm one of those people that are always there for somebody else, and I always put myself last. And that's probably why I was with Tasha for so long, to be honest. Like, because I always try to put her needs in front of mine. And there's days where I had to tell her, like, listen, this week I'm off for 3, 4 days. This is my week. I'm not doing anything with you. We're not going on any dates. I'm always just going to do me this week. And, and I did a lot of things for her, more for her than me, because, like, even since she's been gone, like, I
you just
usually
felt
usually I took
you felt
usually
like
I
you
took
had more energy
well,
to me.
it's not even that, but like, so, like, here's a good example. I take out $120 every week for gas.
Right.
And that's everywhere where she needs to go, everywhere I need to go. And with just me going to work, I only used $40 in the past 2 weeks for gas. It's because I didn't mind taking her out to dates. I didn't mind taking her to go walk the landing. I didn't mind taking her to work. I didn't mind taking her to go see her family. But now that I don't have to do that, I can spend more time focusing on myself and my wants, and more time enjoying myself than I do having to worry about her.
Yeah. I mean, a relationship, you're gonna have to worry about that. But I get what you mean in terms of like you don't have to anymore. So it's like it's a little more freeing. It's
I mean,
like hell yeah, I
it's a
can
little
just
hard
chill.
it's a little hard to look out for somebody when they don't like the same things.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason we broke up, is just because we were totally different people. I didn't like going out in public. I didn't like, doing all this stuff that I did with her, and I did it because I loved her and I wanted to do these things for her. But eventually it got too overwhelming, and I explained to her once we started breaking up. I was like, listen, this isn't really my thing. We're two separate people, and we agreed to mutually break up and still be friends. And so we are still friends, but you know, it happened. So
Yeah. I mean, I fucking get that, man. All the problem with is finding a girl who wants to stay home is very difficult when you both stay home. You can't find each other.
right. I mean,
it's a
and
little of a problem.
and this coronavirus make it really fucking hard to find anybody.
Right, like no. Why are you messaging me? You got corona? Get out of here.
Knock knock. 6 feet distance. Get the fuck off my porch.
I don't know what you're doing on that porch anyway, sir.
How did you get here?
How did you get into my bedroom?
But I think for me, the one thing I pride myself most on is my work ethic. Because, like I said, I mean, I work a lot and I take all the overtime I can just because I do like my job. So I'm more willing to put a lot of work into it.
That's nice.
I mean, I took overtime 2 weeks ago for an extra 2 hours just to help out, and I took 15 minutes overtime Monday morning. I didn't have to. They're like, hey, will you stay late to help out while we wait for somebody else to come in? I'm like, yeah, it's fine. So, what is your biggest day-to-day challenge? And for you, there's the exception of getting out of bed.
Oh. A day-to-day challenge for me, I guess, is like the motivation to do anything, which sounds really weird, but like if I'm not motivated to do something, 9 times out of 10, I'm just not gonna do it. And for example, like simple things like a shower, like you would like obviously I don't like smelling bad. Hygiene's important, and I do it. But if I got nothing going on today, like I haven't showered in 2 days just because I've been off work. I haven't had to do anything. I have no motivation to do it, and
Really
I know
hard
I
to
need
get sweaty
to
and
do
stinky
this.
when you're not doing anything.
Yeah, exactly. Exactly. If I'm not doing nothing, I don't feel like I'm gross, so therefore I don't take a shower. Therefore, it's just simple motivation things like that. Like it's just, I don't know, man. If I don't need to do it, I don't do it. Like I need
Right.
motivation to do something, and so it's really frustrating when you know you need to do something, but if you just don't get the shit to do it, and sometimes it's really frustrating.
Right. Yeah. I mean, I don't really have a motivation problem. There's some days where I'm like, man, I just really don't want to do this, but I push myself anyway to do it. I think one of my biggest day-to-day challenges is reminding myself to eat. And it sounds like a basic need, but like I don't eat a lot. Like even today, I've only had like the two bratwurst ate when you were eating lunch or eating dinner, and I had like two breakfast burritos earlier. Because I'm always feel like I'm so busy or always something else to get done that I often forget to eat for sometimes a day or two at a time. And I don't know if that's depression. I don't think it is because I'm relatively happy now. But I think it's mainly just that I'm always so busy and that I don't really have time. Like my mind is always filled with something else. Like I got this to do, I got this to do, I got this to do, and then eating's at the back of it. Then when I get some stuff off my list, I'm like, oh, I should probably eat before I start something else. So, do all my chords, MJ. Um, do you find your work challenging and interesting?
No. No.
See, mine is a little bit of both because I meet people all the time, from people coming in to the people that I just deal with on a day-to-day basis. I get to hear a lot of stories from inmates, and a lot of these people aren't bad people, they just fucked up. I tell them that every time they leave. I'm like, hey man, don't come back. And they're like, dude, I don't plan to, I just fucked up. I was like, get that, man, everybody fucks up. So, but it's also challenging because some of these people are pissed off constantly, or some of these people don't like you, or some of these people are just going to be having a bad day. So it's hard to deal with, the feisty inmates. It's hard to deal with, people that are just being totally belligerent, and I'm a nice person, and the last thing I ever want to do on an inmate is pull my taser, because I had to be tased to I had to be tased to be able to qualify to use mine.
But he'll fucking do it.
I've only had to pull my taser a couple times. I've never had to fire it, but I will if I have to. And the last time I almost tased somebody was when one of the inmates attacked one of my coworkers. And the reason I didn't tase him was because he went back to his cell before I could get in there.
I remember that.
So I don't want to use my taser on anybody. I almost refuse to, but I will if I have to because I know it's for the safety of myself, the other inmates, and my coworkers. I'm more prefer, and I'm don't get me wrong, I'm very comfortable with the skills I already know. I can take you down without using my taser. I've had the training to do so from both military life, when I was in MA, and then also the stuff I learned while I was going through the CO class. I know how to do it, and I prefer not to. Last time I had to put my hands on somebody was one time, and because the guy wouldn't go to his cell after lockdown, and I went to touch his shoulder. He told me don't touch him. I was like, then you're going to go yourself, and I let him go, and he went in by himself. I don't like to be the forceful person, but I will if I have to.
Yeah, see, that's fair. But also, I don't want to have to use force, but I will if I have to. Reminds me of some dictatorship joke, but I can't think of it right now. So if I remember about communism later, I'll let you know.
If people are in a bad way, the last thing they want to do is be manhandled. So you also have shit out of you. I don't care.
Yeah.
But inmates, they get stuck in there 24/7. But it's not the people. Let them look at the same fucking people and deal with the same bullshit. Our day squad is not very nice to them. They are just belligerent and rude to the inmates, and I don't agree with that. Sometimes they're straight up ignored. And I'm like, why? It's just going to piss them off. And I can't tell you how many times we come in and people are like, oh my god, we're so glad to see you. They didn't give us this all day. And sometimes it's something else toilet paper. Like, dude, get off your ass and run the toilet paper into them. It takes maybe a full minute.
I don't know about you, but if I was out of toilet paper, I'd be a little angry.
Right.
Angry enough to give someone a quick shank or two.
Right, and that's what I worry about is they're so pissed off and they're just going to shank the first person they see, even if they don't know the day squad left.
Be like, day squad not giving us shit time to.
So how often do you set goals for yourself?
Never. Fuck goals.
I do occasionally, but they're mostly. I don't usually set any short-term goals unless I know I need to get something done. Like with my videos, if I know I'm getting ready to be behind, all right, I need to get this many videos recorded by this time so I can post these videos and get ready to go. But I mostly set long-term goals, like my debts. I want to be able to rank up within, my job. I want to be able to, do this and that. But they're all long-term goals. I don't usually set any medium or short-term goals for myself. So, yeah, never really short-term, just long-term. When have you given up on something?
I can't say. I'm a stubborn asshole, so I can't say I've really given up. There are times that I should have given up and I didn't. There's been a few of those. I guess the closest thing I could think of is I got a concussion my junior year in baseball, and I ended up not going back and playing my senior year. But that was more to do with I just wasn't feeling like playing that year. I wasn't really to do with the concussion, but I guess that could be consider giving up because I didn't go back. Maybe.
Right. I mean, like I said, I recently just gave up on my relationship with Tasha, and I feel like it was more justified because we just weren't happy together. And I'd already spent all the energy I could trying to make it work, and it just wasn't working. So at that point, why put more of yourself into it if it's just going to be wasted anyway? So I gave up.
You can't hear this, can you?
Hear what?
Okay, that's good.
You're watching porn?
Huh?
You're watching porn in the background or something?
Yeah. No, I'm not gonna lie. I'm on Amazon about to buy a pair of headphones and an office chair that I was just talking about. But I tried to find the right chair. So I was talking about goals and how I need to upgrade my set. Then I'm like, wait a minute, I have $400 in the bank account. Hold on a minute.
Jesus.
So,
Yeah, I figured on my next paycheck I try to buy Tropico and we try that out. You brought it up to make it seem like such an interesting game.
I mean, I didn't think I did a very good job of explaining it at all, but I don't know if you can run Tropico
You
6.
did pretty good. I don't know if I could either, but it's worth a shot.
Yeah.
Man,
I want a good gaming chair, but I don't know what I want.
Where do you find purpose in your life?
Gaming.
I mean, that is a hobby, so it counts.
Purpose? I don't know, man. Like, I just... I don't even know. I actually, legitimately don't even know.
I mean, I find purpose in when I do YouTube videos because I know I'm doing something for the community, even if it's not a big pedestal I'm on. I still like to be able to give out my videos so people can laugh and enjoy them, And same thing with my job. I find a lot of purpose in my job. Obviously, it's an important job, partially because I can do some good stuff within those inmates' lives when they're stuck in jail.
Right. Ooh, this office chair has a leg rest.
Ooh, mine does too.
It has like a pull-out leg thing that you can rest.
Yeah, mine does too.
Kind of cool. Wait, does it? Hold on, let me look. I could creepily spy on your chair.
I don't think you can see my leg rest.
Yeah, I can't see your leg rest. I just see a chair.
And a cat.
Yeah. Alright.
Do you find purpose in your work?
Isn't this the same...
Not really. Some people, they go to work, but they don't feel any purpose in it. Like, I mean, do you feel like there's purpose in you being there to cook hot dogs all day?
No, absolutely not.
Well, that's the thing is I find purpose in my work,
I mean, yeah, your work has a lot of purpose, though. Like, you can't even argue that your work doesn't have purpose.
Right, but some people may feel differently.
That's true.
We were just talking about this. If you won the lottery, would you keep working in your current profession? I already said that I definitely would.
Absolutely not.
Yeah, we both talked about this already. You would quit your job, I would keep doing mine. The only thing I might upgrade is if I win the lottery is I might just get buy some better gear for myself when I go to work, better baton, better handcuffs, that sort of thing. Do you think people have a higher calling in life?
Explain.
All it says is, how do you go about? It all says is, if so, how do you go about finding that purpose and honoring? So I guess my guess is like, do you think that there is some higher calling in life to do certain things, like a religion, or do you just believe that there's certain things are yours to do, like a what's it called?
Destiny, I guess.
Right.
I guess some people. I guess it depends. Like, there are just some people that are born to do something, like they just have a perfect ability to fit into this kind of role. But I also think it's up to them to achieve it. Like, you can be given all the natural talent, all the fucking raw potential you want. If you don't go and work and to achieve that, you're not gonna get there. Like, even if you could have all this natural talent and shit, you know what I mean?
Right.
Like, so in a way I do, but at the same time, if they don't work for it, they're not going to achieve.
Yeah, I mean,
$56 for a gaming chair.
It's hard to think of a higher purpose because I'm kind of the same way you are. I don't really believe in a religion, so I feel like if anything, religion is just more of a way to help to try to teach people to be better to each other. By setting off all these rules and shit, like Christianity, especially.
It's a moral compass,
right? It gives people something to work for, even if it's not really there. It's more of a hope thing than anything else.
Ooh, this chair has a massage function.
So I don't really personally believe in a higher calling. But I do believe in destiny. I believe some people are destined to do great things. Some people are destined to be what they are. You know, but I don't really believe in any higher calling.
Yeah, no, I agree.
What have you been most proud of learning lately?
How to fucking run a Minecraft server, because Jesus Christ, it was more complicated than I thought.
Yeah, I was on call with you for most of it.
Oh man, fucking hell.
I don't think I've learned anything really new recently. Um, I mean, I've been basically doing the same thing I've been doing for a while. You know, I mean, there's nothing really new that I can learn that I've been learning myself. Um, so I mean, nothing for me, I guess. All right,
Oh, I think this is the same type of chair as what you have.
get off chairs, fucker.
Listen, I need a chair, and I just realized I have the money to get one, so
Your
I'm
ass is
getting a
big
chair.
enough for a chair. All right, who do you consider as family?
You and my family.
You and your actual family? See, I consider my actual family because I have to. Your family and you, I guess I can include.
I guess.
Your family's cool. I mean, that Brian guy, man, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know about that Brian guy either. It's a little weird.
But yeah, you for sure. Your family definitely. My work family for sure, and I guess I'd include Nick and Doc. I mean, I hang out with them enough.
I wouldn't have included their asses.
um, what role does family play in your life? I would start off with your blood family. What role do they play in your life, and then we'll move on to like not actual blood related.
Uh, what is like what role? I mean, it's always nice to have them around. Like even if I don't hang out with them all the time, it's still nice to go downstairs and have like a chat with them, talk to them about something that went on today, that blood boiling, like that when I went and had that political discussion online or whatever, and I was like blood boiling because people were stupid. I'm also not going to say what political opinion because probably half the people that end up watching this are stupid. You're welcome. But like, you know, it's nice to have them around to talk to.
Right. I think for myself, it's more of a like my family plays a big part in my life just because. I mean, obviously they raised me and shit. So, but I think that like you play a huge role in my life just because we hang out a lot, and so I always kind of give my time appropriately, so I still have time to hang out with you, um, whenever you're off work, whatever. So I think overall, family plays a pretty big role in my life.
It's so beautiful.
Oh, here you go. This will be fun for us. What is your best friend like?
He's loud. What else could I say about this? But no, I don't know, man. You're extremely loyal, and that's always good. I can message you up and be like, "Yo, dude, guess what?" And you're like, "Yo, what's up, man?" And, like it's nice. Like I don't know, man. It takes a lot to maintain a friendship for 12 years, but we're going solid, boys. Relationship coming soon.
Yeah, when's that ring coming, man? You did see that I tied you and your mom in, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah.
Basically, for those who aren't actually my actual friends on Facebook, I posted something the other day. It had a piece of paper that was blank, and it said people that want to date me. And I said, I just gotta wait for the right person, or until Brian accepts my fucking request, or something like that. I guess for you, I would describe you as once again really loyal. Really don't have any problems. Trying to wonder like, are you always going to be there? I'm never worried about that. And it's really funny, especially like when you're not trying. Just like off the wall comments you make just randomly are funny as hell. Wear protection, or you'll have someone like me. That one always, like when people ask about you, that's when the first word that comes to mind is that one.
Void point.
Void point. But yeah, and you're always hella fun to hang out with, whether we're playing video games, board games, or just sitting there shooting the shit like today. It's always a lot of fun.
I wish female's not the same.
Right? Date a female version of... Wait, don't do that.
Wait a minute. I have suspicions. If your friend asks if there's a female version of you around, he may be gay.
Or he's trying to fuck your sister.
Either way. Wait. I have a lot of those. Unfortunately, none of them are full siblings, sucker.
Oh, got him! I mean, the only one I have that's full sibling is my brother, so...
I'll pass you off as someone else's problem. Here you go.
Just like, give the microphone to someone else. Here you go, Mom, take over. Alright, the next question is, how did you meet your best friend? Do you want to tell the story, or should I?
I mean, I feel like we've told this story on videos multiple times, but basically, there was this motherfucker behind my house, right? It was in a park. So if you don't know, it was in Aurora. There's this apartment complex. It had like a shitty little park behind the house that we'd moved to. And he was putting some fucking rocks on the slide for some reason. Like, I don't remember what the fuck you were doing.
Me and my brother were on top of the slide throwing rocks off, watching them splat against the concrete.
Yeah, like, I was like, what the fuck is this idiot doing? So I walk up to this motherfucker, and, like, Cole ended up going home, right? Like, he ended up going back. Me and Austin were like talking, and then these fucking neighborhood kids come up, right? Like, these guys were bigger than us. They look like fucking assholes. Was it Parker actually and his brother?
It may have been, but I think Parker was the same age as me.
Yeah, I don't know. Maybe it wasn't him, but it was some fucking assholes pop up, and they start chatting shit to me. And this fucking new scrawny ass kid that I'd never seen before, and they're like, "Oh, look at you two gay faggots," and that's where I drew the line. Like, me dating this motherfucker? What the fuck you mean? I picked up one of those rocks this motherfucker's thrown off the slide, and yeah. Needless to say, we may not have chased some kids off the playground with some rocks. After that, we got to talk. It turned out we both like football. You know, we both play some football. We got a little game set up in the backyard, and then he started to like. He talked to his mother. He was like, "Yo, can I go over to this guy's house?" And then eventually we played some Madden, and I beat him 103-0. And
we had LARP sessions in your backyard.
You bring out the fucking swords and beat the neighborhood.
Yeah,
that was fun. They were all younger than us.
Even before you moved in, like, I saw your parents moving in, and I was walking with a girl named Chastity at the time, because she was one of the neighborhood kids too, and I was talking to her, and we saw people moving in. We went to go see if they needed any help. She started trying to see if they needed help, and I asked her mom, I was like, "Do you have any kids around my age?" Because I didn't have anybody to hang out with, and she's like, "He's not here yet, but he will be here tomorrow." And so I was like, But yeah, so that's basically how we met. Yeah, I was being a weird kid.
I was being a weird nosy kid asking, you got anyone in my age? Fuck it, Oh, I want to buy a desk as well. I should stop. I'm end up spending all my money.
Get off Amazon.
I need to get off Amazon right now.
All right, how much time do you spend with your family?
I mean, I live here. I don't know.
I partially live with my family too, but how much time do you like going out with them, or just going out to the yard, or even just like game nights, whatever you do, just stuff like that?
I don't know. Maybe like they always joke that I'm never around and they never see me, even though I live here. But I mean, every once in a while we'll get some games going. We'll do cards. The other night we played movie trivia, and it was like this little thing where you had to like movies that include cowboys, and then you'd have to like 15 seconds to say something. You hit the little timer, and the other person has 15. And that was fun. So I mean, I want to say like,
but it sounds lit.
it is pretty funny. I want to say like once or twice every 2 weeks or something, we'll get together and at least spend like that kind of time together. Other than that, usually we just see each other in passing. Well, we always sit down and eat dinner. You know us. We always sit down and at least eat dinner at the table together, so we talk. So I
don't really spend a lot of time with my family for reasons that I'm not going to bring on here, not to bring any discredit to them. But especially when Tasha was around, I never spent time with them. And now I occasionally spend time with them. Like we'll begin a project or something, or like we'll eat dinner together, something like that. But I usually don't spend a lot of time with them, partially because of my work schedule. But yeah, I really don't spend that much time with my family.
That's a shame because he's a beautiful man.
Yeah, to respect me more. Fuck. All right, what role does music play in culture, in your opinion?
Strange ass question compared to what we're doing. I don't know. I like music. Music's something that
I'm not talking about you as a person, like as a culture. What role does
Yeah,
music play?
yeah, I feel like it's like a big thing because, like I said, personally, I couldn't get through a fucking workday without having music. So I can't imagine, like, culture-wise, how fucking bland everyone would be without music.
Right. I mean, especially when I went to the military, like during basic training, all I wanted was music, because we didn't have any there, So, but I think as a culture, it does play a huge part, like, because people will end up fighting over what kind of music they like, what kind of music they don't like. People will sometimes not get along with people simply because of the music they like. Like me personally,
Which is strange.
I grew up listening to country music, and now I can't fucking stand it. I hate country music, but I'm not disliking other music. I do like a lot of rap. I listen to a lot of rap, and some of the older rock bands like Avenged Sevenfold, Breaking Benjamin. I listen to them a lot. Um, but I do think it plays a huge role in most people's lives. Especially when it's being classified like it is now. Like you listen to rap, you're more like people look at you like, oh, so you're ghetto, and it's like, well, no, not really. I like the art of it.
Ghetto ass motherfucker. Mm-hmm.
So it does play a huge role in culture, and I don't think it should play as much of a role as it does, but I do believe it plays a huge role. All right, does language affect how we see the world?
Oh, 100%.
Oh
If you
yeah.
can't speak the language, you're kind of fucked.
Well, I mean, not even that. People will look differently on you if you don't know the language. Like especially German. Like they can say nice thing in the world, but the way it sounds like they're yelling at you constantly. It's like, what the fuck did I just do?
Like, what the fuck?
Why are you yelling at me? Was that a cuss word? Did I just hear fuck you? Like, you never
And
really
it
know.
just turns out they're giving you like a nice compliment about your hair.
Like, I was playing Red Dead Redemption earlier, and he said the word family, and it sounded like he said shart, and I got really confused why I was calling family sharts.
Wow.
I don't know. But I mean, I know people are like, oh, well, this language sounds better, than this language. And that's probably true. I mean, basically, English just like language is in a trench coat pretending to be a full-grown language. It just happened. You know, but I do think it does affect how people see you, and it does affect how people see the world. Do you think you could live in another country?
If they speak English.
No, we're going to take that. Non-speaking country, non-English speaking country. Like, maybe a couple of them speak a little bit of English, but no one's perfect yet.
Alright, then I'm going to Japan.
Japan doesn't speak English either.
I know, but I could live in Japan. I'll get by.
I've done it.
I'll just have to be...
I lived in Poland, for a little bit, so I was actually learning Polish when I left. I didn't retain any of it, but
Gonna fucking throw out some fucking anime quotes as to fucking to the
just
local.
Just go to a restaurant, start singing an anime theme song.
Oh, that's how I survive in this world.
I just imagine you walking in to a sushi restaurant and just start automatically singing a theme song from some anime, and they're like, "Oh, you want this? Okay." You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
But I mean, like I said, I've done it. I think I could if I was able to learn the language and I had someone teach me the language. I could, but no, I wouldn't want to. I mean, who wants to live anywhere else but America?
Who wants to live anywhere else?
Let's see. Okay, the next one. What world culture is most fascinating to you?
What world culture?
Yeah. I'm going to go India by far. They have the most weirdest culture, but it's so fascinating.
Yeah, I was gonna say like somewhere in the east, like Japan, China, Korea, like that kind of area. Just because, like, whenever you look on history, there are two main things you look at. You look at like medieval Europe, and then you have to look at like the Chinese warlord dynasties and the Japanese shogunins, and fucking like that fascinates me. And I've honestly not learned as much as I want to, but I'm lazy, so fuck it.
Do you believe the way we dress affects how we think?
The way we dress?
Right.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm also same way. Like if you're dressing smart, and you look good, I think you're gonna be more. You feel like you're gonna be more successful in whatever you're trying to do. And like when I'm at home, I dress however the fuck I want. I mean, honestly, I'm wearing a T-shirt now that says, "I know I swear a lot. Number one, I'm very sorry. Number two, I'll try to be better. Number three, both one and two are lies. You can fuck off." So, So like at home, I don't really care, so I'll just wear whatever. But when I go to work, I always try to look my best. So I like if you look good and you feel good, I always believe you're gonna perform good, and that's the way I look at everything when it comes to going out to do anything. Like I always feel like if I dress good enough and I feel good about myself, then I'm going to do good in whatever I'm trying to do.
Yeah, and I mean that's kind of how most people I feel like do feel like. I don't know English.
Are people defined by the culture they grew up in?
I mean, you can't deny that, like, if you grow up in a culture, that's going to have a major influence on how you see it until you kind of. It takes a lot to grow out of that. You know what I mean? Like, someone who's been raised as a racist, like, sees a black person for the first time, they're definitely going to respond racistly. You know what I mean? Racistly? Yeah, that's how it works. But they're definitely going to respond that way because, they don't know any different. You really have to step out of your own bounds to kind of see outside your own culture and stuff.
Right.
I think as long as you're willing to keep an open mind and learn about other cultures instead of passing judgment, then you can step outside of that. But for most of the everyday person, they're not going to.
Right. Like, and Tasha's one of those people that comes to a good one with this. Like, she grew up with, I met her family. Most of them are racists and homophobes. I mean, and it's not funny. It's not funny in the least. It is terrible.
It is terrible, but I didn't expect that, to be honest.
Well, because she hangs out with, she grew up with her grandma, and she's an older generation, and so a lot of the older generation feels, racism is a norm, homophobia is a norm, whereas I didn't grow up in that kind of area, so I was more open going into school originally, meeting African Americans or hanging out with people that were openly gay or bisexual, so even nowadays I still keep those beliefs, I'm not racist, I hang out with. I get along with every race, and it doesn't really matter, what you wear on the outside, and same thing with homophobes. I don't care. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care if you're straight. I don't care if you're bi. I'm going to treat you the same way. I hate everybody equally. Is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, I gotta hate everyone out equally.
Either I love you or I hate you, but I guarantee you, if I hate you, it's not because of your skin or your sexual identity or anything like that. It's because you're an asshole.
And now you know.
Like one guy, his name was Logan. I remember sitting in church seat with him, and he said something about joining the KKK. And I never talked to him again, ever, because I didn't agree with him.
Well, the KKK is a bit of an extreme example.
Right, that's what I thought. Like he didn't even bring into it. Like I just started talking to him one day about music, and I was like, "Man, I like to listen to rap." And he's like, "Say, oh, rap's for the," and then he put in the N word there. I'm not going to say it. And then he said, "I mean, when I grow up, when I get older, I'm going to join the KKK." And I was like, "Well, then." Not talking to you
looks
anymore.
Like you and me ain't getting friendships.
So, yeah, I never talked to him again.
That's fair.
Are people better at creating or destroying things?
Destroying. They are 100% better at destroying.
I think it's human nature to destroy things.
The easiest way to explain this is load up a Minecraft server and don't turn on any rules and see how fucked it gets before the fucking day's over.
Don't be wrong. Like, if it's your stuff, you're gonna do your best to protect it and build it up. But if it's anyone else's shit, you don't give a fuck.
Yeah, so that's why I don't play with people on most games, to be honest.
That's why I don't do massively multi-online player games. Like Gmod, I'll play with only you guys because I cannot do online stuff. I hate them.
Yeah, like shit, man.
All right. If you had to sum up human nature in 3 words, which words would you use?
Human nature?
Human nature.
Destructive, curious. Destructive, curious, and adaptive.
I would use all those words except one of them. I would go, instead of curious, I would go with arrogant.
Huh? Yeah.
Because we're all usually stuck in our ways. People from other countries, like Americans, are all like, "Oh, America's the best," And same thing with like people from other countries, always going to believe that what they know, what they think is best, is the best. And nobody else can say anything, and that's the way the world is. So I believe arrogance.
Okay. Yeah, I can see that.
Which is more important, the human body or the human mind? I don't know why this is a question, because obviously your mind dies, your body dies too. So
I think it's which one is more important in terms of like training. And honestly, I'd say the human mind, because there have been plenty of people whose body has been disabled and they've gone on to be like the greatest minds in the universe, Stephen Hawking. But you know what I mean? Like can do so much if you have an intelligent mind.
Right, and your mind will give you like the motivation and the will to do things. All comes from inside. And it's not always your body. You know,
Why is this chair $99, but this one's $117? What's the fucking
one comes
the
with a
color?
dildo.
Oh, okay, I've got to get the dildo one then.
Why do people think? Why do people do things which they know are bad?
Because they're assholes.
I think some of them do it just because they're trying to fit in. Like peer pressure is a lot of it. I also think a lot of them, they just don't know any better. Some of them are mentally sick, or they grew up in that place where they don't really know any better.
Yeah, honestly, that's probably a lot of what it is. Is like they don't. It's not. I don't want to give them an excuse, obviously, but
Right.
a lot of it is environmental factors, how you're raised, mental, like a lot of there are just a bunch of factors that contribute to that kind of shit. And at the same time, like some people have just learned that like if you if it ain't somebody I care about, I don't give a shit about people. Like they can fuck right off.
Right. I mean,
So
it's the same thing. Like it goes back to like the racism and everything. Like sometimes just people the way they grew up and they don't know any better. It just tends to go that way.
okay. Oh, before we continue with the question, I had a question for you that I sent you the oh, for fuck's sake, English. Whenever I messaged you if you were awake last night,
Okay.
it's because I was in the middle of reading on Amazon Kindle and it kicked me off. So I don't know if like you did that or if that was just like a password thing. You changed your password
I
or
didn't change
something.
my password. I wasn't on last night.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if like if you were reading on your Kindle too, it would kick me off, but it like logged me out and I couldn't log back in. So I was like, oh,
I'll send you everything again.
yeah, that's fine. I finished the Rangers series and I was reading the Lost Stories or whatever. So,
Right.
but I was just concerned if you did that or if
No,
it
I
was
did not.
just a thing. But anyway, back to the thing. That was
All right. Do you think the future will be brighter or darker than today?
I mean, eventually the future is a long way. So if we're talking like couple thousand years, then yeah, the fucking
I think it all depends on who we put in charge and people's mindsets. Like things aren't going to get better. People are going to be stuck in their ways and keep letting their leaders dictate what they do, and they're bad leaders. But I feel like if we do good by ourselves and do good by everybody else, the world will be much brighter in the future.
yeah. Ooh, Amazon messaged me.
What role do humans play in shaping the future?
Destructive one.
I mean, all of them. They play all the roles. Whether we destroy it, kill ourselves first, or whether we make it better is all up to us. I don't think there's a lot of factors other than humans that play a huge role in shaping the future. Unless we're annihilated by aliens.
That's true.
Do you think we'll colonize another planet? And if we do, would that be a good thing?
I think we will, because we're already working on a Martian colonization project, and I really like the idea of doing it. Do I think it's a good idea? No. What I see happening is exactly what happened with the U.S. So basically, in this scenario, we are England. The space between the two planets is the ocean, and the new planet will be the U.S. There'll be a lot of like driving to extract their minerals. We're probably going to levy a lot of taxes on them, get a lot of money out of them, until eventually we push them too far and they rebel, and then we have interplanetary war. That's what I picture happening if we settle a new planet. And eventually they're going to get independent.
I think we will eventually settle a new planet. I do not think it'll be in my lifetime.
Yeah, I don't think it'll be in my lifetime.
I think by the time we settle a new planet, I'll be dead. And probably for a long time. However, I think it'll be a great thing for a good while until we destroy that ozone layer as well.
What if it didn't have an ozone layer?
Well, then we'll destroy whatever layer it has. What would happen if you nuked Mars? Huh. What do you think?
Huh.
That's not on the question. That's just something I thought about. Anyway. What will be most important to you in 10 years? Or what do you picture will be most important to you in 10 years?
I would hope by then I have a family that I'm taking care of. If not, well then I guess solo for life, baby.
Oh. I wasn't
But I would
invited.
hope.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully in 10 years I'll have my own family going on and they'll be important to me, but I think our friendship will always be really important to me. And I think my family's well-being will always be important to me. And not just ones I make, ones coming out of my penis, but my actual mom, my dad, my sister, my brother, that sort of thing. Will the next generation be in a better or worse position than ours?
The next generation, meaning our children?
Yes, our children.
I think they'll be in an okay position, but it'll be up to them to fix a lot of the shit that the generation before us fucked up. So
Right. I mean, if the generation before us fucked everything up, if we go in and fix most of what they already had fucked up, then we'll be in a good position for them to re-fuck it up. It just happens that way. But I mean, if they keep
estimated delivery.
if they keep everything
What?
going, yeah, welcome to COVID-19 crisis, fucker. Um, but with everything going as bad as it is right now, hopefully we'll fix that before our children's, and their children can have a chance to see how bad it is. I want everything to be great. I want them to be able to be in a good place to where we're not always struggling to find a house or to pay for a house or a car. Nothing should be as expensive as it is. To where it's pretty much everything you buy is way out of your price range. You have to spend most of your life paying it off.
Right. If I want to get this fucking chair and headset in the next 7 days, it's going to cost me an extra $35.
Well, I mean, welcome to coronavirus.
Or I could have Amazon Prime and get free 2-day shipping.
And then have it recharge you immediately.
Yeah. Man, I want this chair, but I don't want to. I don't want to wait for.
All right, this one will be a little weird, but we're gonna do it anyway. There's actually subsections to this, and I didn't actually read through, but this subsection is called 15 deep conversations or 15 deep conversation topics to talk about with a girl. So this could be interesting.
You're fired.
All right. So question 1: how do our roles define us in society?
They make me sad.
I think they still do play a huge role in society. I know that girls are pushing the feminist movement, and there's like we can do things that you can, and I agree. But I also think there's some jobs that you can't do. If you want to push yourself to do it, then by all means go for it. You have the right to try. But like frontline battlefield stuff like that, there's some things you just can't do, and that's fine. But I think currently it does play a huge role and probably bigger than it really should.
Right.
Okay, are our roles defined for us, or do we have to define them?
I think we have to define them.
I mean, I think it's kind of what this whole feminist movement is about anyway. They have to define their own role, and it's more of a pride thing for them, and I get it. I get that it's a struggle for them. And I agree with it that there is certain things they can do, and there's certain things that they should be allowed to do that they aren't currently allowed to do. So I think defining your role is very important, especially with your man. Make sure to dominate that bitch if you can.
I don't know about that last part.
All right. If you could choose to be anything, what would you be?
A video game designer.
I mean, I'm already pretty much where I want to be with my job. I'm pretty good being a CO, to be honest. What effect does our role in life... Wait, no. How does our role in life affect how other people see us?
Well, I mean, I don't know how to answer this one.
I mean, I think you're looked down upon, especially these days, if you have a basic job like a trash collector or something that doesn't require a degree to go to. And everybody that goes to college are like, oh, we like you more because you went to college, but I don't feel like that's it. People that do those smaller jobs, like trash collectors, they make a lot of money, and to be fair, they work hard for their money. And the
That's
same thing with
true.
uniforms. People like me, like military, policemen, they're all looked better upon because they wear a uniform. But to be fair, I think everybody's equal. Everybody's doing their job. Or they're doing their best to do their job. So, I feel like we shouldn't look down upon people that have certain roles, but I know how much it does currently, and it's pretty atrocious. All right,
That's
I
fair.
gotta get down, kitty. I gotta move my legs, and you're blocking me from doing that. Go play. To the bed you go. All right. Are you comfortable with the role you play in your life?
Be a little weird if I didn't.
I mean, I'm pretty comfortable. I mean, my roles right
I
now stand as
Yeah, my as it stands right now, I'm comfortable in my life. Would I like to see myself evolve into the future? Probably. Do I care right now? Nope. Not time.
I mean, I'm comfortable with all my roles right now. My roles right now are mainly being a CEO, which I'm comfortable with, being your friend, which I'm really comfortable with, being a part of my family, which I'm not as comfortable with. But I mean, things change, so make it better, make it worse. But I mean, currently where my life is, I'm good with it.
Right.
Let's see here. Next, is it better to have loved and lost than to never have loved before?
Maybe.
Yeah, that's what I'm not sure about because it is nice to be able to feel love, but at the same time, if you don't know what love is, then how do you really know what you're missing out on?
Right.
So I mean, I'm pretty indecisive about this one, to be honest. All right. How important is it to, or how is this is question? This question is weird. How important is it to you to be in love?
I mean, it'd be nice, but like, if I'm comfortable where I'm at now, I don't really need to be. So
Right. Like I'm not in a position where I'm like, oh, I definitely need to be in love, or I'm just gonna die. Like it's nice to be able to feel loved and be able to have the person to lay down with at night and to be around you when you need to love, when you need the love, or you need the support. But most of that stuff you can do with your friends. Like when I need help, I always come to you or Kelly. The only thing I can't really get from you is head. That's understandable sometimes.
only sometimes.
Only sometimes. I forgive you for most times, but I don't
Upgrade
think.
to free delivery with Prime.
But I do think it's important. But not at my point in life right now. It's not terribly important.
Right.
Have you ever lost something important to you? I mean, obviously mine's my dad. So
I mean, yeah, but like it's always been like I've never lost a person like you have. I mean, unless you count my dad to drugs, because like that kind of counts. But like, I don't know. Um, but in terms of like materials, yeah, that kind of sucks. Like you can always get it back, but at the moment that you lose it, you like it really hits you hard. But at least you can recover from that fairly quickly. Like, oh, I got a new thing now, I'm good.
I think two things
Eventually.
that were hardest for me was when my dad died, and then when you moved, because you didn't even tell me first. That's like you told me you were thinking about moving, but you never told me that you were for sure moving. So literally went to like a photo shoot with my family, and I came back and I asked mom, I was like, hey, can I hang out with you or to hang out with Brian? And she goes, yeah, I don't care. And so I called you, and you're like, dude, I moved. And I was like, what the fuck? And I literally cried for like 3 hours in my room.
Oh, I swear I told you we were moving.
No, we talked about it at school. I remember what we were doing. We were having lunch in the courtyard, and you're like, "Yeah, we're thinking about moving to Kansas." And I was like, "Oh, that's cool. I mean, we'll probably still keep in contact." And you never told me when you were actually moving. You never called me and said, "Hey, we're leaving here in a couple of days" or anything like that. You just gone.
I don't think I knew though, because fucking the day I moved, Michael Short, that little fucker from Verona, messaged me. It was like, "Hey, bitch, you want to fight?" I was like, "What, bro? I'm moving to Kansas today. I'm like halfway there." He's like, "Yeah, sure. You just pussy don't want to fight me." Like, bro, what the fuck? How did you even get this number?
I literally laid in bed and cried for 3 hours. I was so depressed for like the longest time. And then once I finally got my phone, we started keeping contact more. And YouTube has been a blessing too, because once we found out we both had YouTube channels, we actually hung out a lot more, especially online. Which is fine. Eventually when I get everything figured out, I'll be able to come down and see you in person too.
True. Yo, it's been looking so good. My family's been talking about having like some flag football game and shit. I'm like, oh, that'd be so fun to get all stood up here, have the twins' boyfriends and them, and then just have like a huge family game of football.
Stiff arm children.
Flag. Okay, flag football. Don't go stiff arm.
I mean, you got to stiff arm children, then you can't touch your flag.
Oh.
Let's see. Can you have love without having loss?
I would hope so, but I doubt it.
I don't think you can. I think with every relationship you get into, you're going to sacrifice something, big or small. So you're going to lose something, and even then, I mean, you don't really know how much you love somebody until you lose somebody, even for a small amount of time. Even if it's not a breakup or a loss. Like with Tosh, I've always known that I loved her, but it really hurt when we broke up. And it's not like I don't still love her, because I do. She's still one of the people I talk to the most, and she's still gonna be my best friend. But but you don't really know how important love is until you lose something. Especially with like animals really help that early in your life, like because you don't really have boyfriends or girlfriends, and you usually don't have your parents dying at a young age. So like when you lose like a family pet, or one you've had since you were little and your parents get rid of them or they die, it's always really depressing.
Right.
What does it really mean to love someone? This is in any type: familial, romantic, friendly, etc.
I don't know. I just think it means like you'd always be there for that person. Like I don't know, man. Like fuck, this is all sappy shit, but like you know what I mean. Like you're always gonna be there. You can message them or call them up, and that they're down to help you out or whatever you need. And like I don't know. It just
right. I mean, I think part of it is right there with marriage. Like it says go through thick and thin with them, and through sickness and health, and I feel like if you really love somebody, you're gonna be willing to do that no matter what. And if you don't really love them, you're not really gonna care one way or another.
Yeah, exactly.
I think loyalty has a lot to do with it too. Loyalty and respect. Like if they don't love you, they're not going to respect you. So, or if they love you, they're going to respect you, not the other way around. What makes you smile in the morning? I mean, I guess for you in the afternoon, whenever you get up.
Nothing. I go back to bed. That makes me smile.
I usually wake up with one of the cats around me. I always wake up and there's like MJ on the side of me or cows at the end of the bed. It's always nice to be able to go over and snug up next to the cats for a little bit, and that always makes me smile because they're my babies. They're basically my kids. So I love them to death, and it always makes me smile when I get to wake up and see them first thing in the morning.
Why is this saying it's going to cost me $170?
Get off Amazon.
No. I'm buying this shit. I just want to figure out how I can.
You can't wait till we're done?
No.
We're on question 58, and there's only like 78 of these, so we're almost done.
We're 20 questions. We have. Listen, I need to order off Amazon, but I don't know what I'm doing.
No, you stop your meowing. Stop it.
Austin, we have a viewer that was in the chat.
I don't even have it pulled up, to be honest.
He's like, what up? I would be a can of beans. Hello, yep, nice cat. This dude ain't reading chat. Hey, sad face, hi. Hi. Oh, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Xavier.
I don't even have it pulled up, so I should probably do that on my OBS. I have my OBS pulled up to see if it's actually running well on my end. I gotta pull that up.
That poor lad.
It happens. I'm new to this game. Well on my end.
Yeah, I don't think he's watching anymore because it still says I'm watching. So that poor lad.
I'm gonna go ahead and mute that so I don't have to hear myself.
Yeah, dang. Oh, I'm sorry about this man who didn't get his.
Sorry, Xenon, LOL. I'm new to this whole live streaming thing, so I don't really pay attention a lot. But I am paying attention now for anybody else who is currently watching. My bad. I'm stupid.
Our bad. Yeah, I was ordering stuff off Amazon.
Alright. How important is happiness to you?
It's very important. I like to be happy.
Yeah, I mean, basically happiness is pretty important, because if you're not happy, then what's the point of doing it, Let's see here. Actually, let me full screen that again, so it's not full screened anymore. Boop. Alright. Um, does your job bring you happiness?
No,
I mean,
we've
mine.
already discussed
Yeah,
this.
mine does. What the fuck?
What?
I put my hand on the back of my neck and I looked up in my replay of my video and my hand is on the back of my neck in my video. Okay. Um, are you happy with your current experience of life?
I think it could have been worse so far. There are definitely people that are definitely could say no to that experience. I think mine's been a good one so far.
Yeah, I mean, we all have our ups and downs in life, but I'm pretty happy with the way it is right now. I mean, there's been places where I'm like, man, this fucking sucks, but I mean, for the most part, where I'm at now, overall, it's been pretty good. Um, there it is. What do you do to make other people happy?
I subscribe to Amazon Prime.
I'm gonna punch you in the face.
No, I guess there'll be times where I'll buy people games and stuff. If we're all talking about a game and I have the ability to, purchase a game or two for a buddy, I'll try to get him a game.
Right, right. Yeah, I mean, I make people happy in many ways. From just helping people, having someone to talk to when they're upset. Either out here or in the jail. I hang out with people like you that always cheers us both up if we're having a bad day. And I think the biggest thing I've thought about and I've done is a lot of people when they're upset don't even want you to find a solution. They just want you to listen, and I realize that helps a lot of people. So,
Yeah, I try to find a solution. I'm bad listener.
I mean, if they ask for my advice, I'll give them advice, but for most part, usually not.
Austin, do you have Amazon Prime?
No.
Damn it.
I think I'm paying
It's
$100 a month for Amazon Prime.
It's 14, but I was gonna try to piggyback off your free delivery.
Dickweed. Um, let's see here. Where would you like to be living in 5 years' time?
The basement.
Basement. I mean, I want to be living in my own house. I prefer to stay living around here so I can keep my job, but I mean, really, just my own house. It didn't have to be anything special.
I would be down to be living with Austin in 5 years.
Yeah, I mean, I've been trying to get that done anyway. Like, once I move my own apartment, I'm gonna start inviting you. Hey, get your ass down here.
Yeah, I hate moving places in terms of like I have to get a new job now and I have to do this. So like once I got place and shit set up, I just find it really difficult to leave place and shit.
Right.
So
How often would you like to be traveling?
not at all. Let me stay here forever.
Ideally, like I would travel within the United States. I'd like to see some stuff within the United States, but I'd like overseas. Definitely not happening.
I'm no longer eligible for an Amazon Prime free trial.
Oh no!
Damn. Why can't I get a free trial?
Because you're gay.
Get an Amazon Prime 1 week trial for $1.99. Experience the benefits. Prime members.
If you don't stop paying attention to Amazon, I'll put you and me in a relationship on Facebook.
I have to accept that. So nice try. It won't work.
Fine. Let's put in a relationship and then tag you in the comments.
Oh, for fuck's sake! I'll decline.
Oh my god! What goals do you have in your job right now?
To not die each day I work.
To not choke on a corn dog.
It's a very serious issue.
I think for me, I just want to be able to eventually rank up, get stripes, corporal, sergeant, whatever. I know it's going to be a long way off, and I have to have a lot of requirements to do so, but I feel like that's something I would like to do in the future. Oh, here we go. This will be fun for me to answer. Where do you see our relationship at this time next year?
Same place.
Oh, so you still rejecting my every advance? Okay. No, I mean, yeah, basically the same place. I mean, we'll still be best friends. I mean, the only difference is we'll know each other for 13 years instead of 12. And there'll be probably some better games that we play. And Hopefully, I'll also be doing live streams up to that point. So, what is
Hold
your
on, one sec. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
okay? What is your biggest goal in life right now?
Just to succeed in my job, and I guess.
Yeah, I guess that's pretty basic.
Hey, Katie, do you have Amazon Prime?
No.
Dang it. Okay, never mind then.
Mom does though.
Mom has Amazon Prime?
That's what I usually order my stuff off of her.
Huh?
I usually order my stuff off of her again.
So mom gets free 2-day shipping? Do you think mom would let me? You think mom would let me use free 2-day shipping?
Might. She lets me.
Okay, I'll ask mom in a bit.
What are you ordering?
Huh?
What are you wanting to order?
A chair.
Oh.
I want a chair. I'm tired of sitting in this piece of crap.
How much money do you have?
I got like $400 in my bank account, and it's been sitting there for a while, so I want to use it.
When did you last get paid?
The 5th. I get paid in like 4 days, so I want to. Huh?
I was about to ask you.
I'll call mom to ask her if I could use it Prime. It's fine.
Say bye.
Bye. Alright, anyway, what was the question?
I don't even know. We're moving to the next one. What's an irrational fear you have?
Fuck spiders.
Spiders. Yeah, I mean, I don't have a fear of spiders per se. Like I said, I do have my irrational fear is that someone in a crowd is trying to kill me. That's probably my biggest irrational fear.
Yeah. Okay, I guess it's not spiders, because that's kind of a rational fear sometimes. It's when spiders are crawling around in the fucking dark, you know they're there and you can't see them. That bothers me. If it's just normal spiders in the daylight shit, I see them walking, I'm like, oh, hey, what's up, little dude? I'm gonna smash you now. But if it's like in the dark and I'm laying in bed and a spider just fell by my head and I got up and before it could touch me, but now I don't know where it's at and I'm freaking the fuck out, yeah, I'm out.
All right. Do you worry about your work?
I mean, like I worry about like how to make it better if I'm like fucking up shit or something, but I don't worry about like it going under or anything, I guess.
I worry about my job, but not really for it going under. I'm more worried about it. Like if people are there without me and they need me, and that's what I'm really worried about. I mean, do they need me there? Is something I can do to help out? You know, do you need me to come in? Is someone hurt? You know, that's the kind of thing I worry about.
Right.
Which is part of why I hate taking vacations.
That's fair.
What do you fear for most in the future?
If I'm gonna be successful or not, or if I'm
Yeah.
gonna be a homeless guy under a box.
That's my biggest fear is just failure. I don't want to fail.
Right.
How do you deal with things that scare you?
I take a nap.
I mean, I just kind of put on a tough guy facade most of the time. You know, I'm always just like, you know what? Either I'm gonna have to deal with this, or it's just gonna do something bad, and so I'm gonna have to deal with it now. So I always try to just act tough, and I get it done.
Right.
And that's kind of was a lot of time when I first started my job, because I was scared. You know, I didn't know any of these inmates that I dealt with on a daily basis. I didn't know who was dangerous, who wasn't. You know, so when I was told to go into a pod, you know, I'd be like, you know what? I don't want to do this, but I'm gonna fucking do it because eventually it's gonna be my job to do it myself. And so when I started doing it, you know, I started getting more comfortable with it. You know, so that's the kind of thing. I just push through it until I'm not scared anymore, or I scream like a bitch if it's a game. I do that a lot.
Yeah, I noticed.
Hey, shut the fuck up. Speaking of which, I was playing 7 Days to Die today, and one zombie sounds like a whole horde of zombies. I was scared for like 20 minutes whether there was a zombie downstairs or not. And it was one zombie outside of my house.
That's funny.
However, I'll tell you about why that game is shit when I get done.
Alright.
Let's see here. Which is more important, fear or hope?
More important?
Yeah.
Hope. You always gotta have hope you get out of the shitty situation.
See, I disagree. I say fear. Fear is the biggest motivator ever. A fear of failure will promote you to work harder. You know, a fear of, you know, of doing these things will make you more likely to do them if you have to. I feel like fear is the biggest motivator you can ever have. Yet hope gives you that sense like, yeah, I might be able to do this. Fear's like, I have to do this or something bad's gonna happen.
I guess, but I don't know how close that would be. How many more questions do we have?
We're at 72, and I think there's only 78.
Oh, okay. Well, then I'll wait to call my mother.
Okay. They say you learn something new every day. What did you learn today?
That Amazon Prime comes with 2-day free shipping.
The only thing I learned today was that zombie dogs and 7 Days to Die are completely bullshit.
I already feel like I know what happened, but yeah.
Why can human beings create things and other beings cannot? I think they can. I mean, obviously, like, they got
It's how
birds
much
creating
effort,
nests
man.
and shit, and you got, like, different animals building their homes and stuff. I mean, we can build more complex shit because of our thumbs and everything, but I think every creature has the ability to create something.
It's like I said, mankind is just more adaptable. We got tools, and then from there we're like, hell yeah, we're the big boys now, bitches.
I mean, that's why we hunt, so they never get the chance to adapt. We always kill them before they can have a chance to overpower us.
You will never be stronger than us. Wow, that's a little disappointing that we do it to humans as well, isn't it?
You will never get opposable thumbs!
Oh, you have opposable thumbs already? Chop them off, boys.
Do you view others as supporting characters in your story or main characters in their story?
I'd like to think everyone's their own main character. Although my book would be a little boring from how many naps I take.
I think about it both ways. I think most people are main characters in their own story. And I think I'm kind of my own main character, but I also think I have a lot of other main characters. Like you are definitely a main character if in my story, if I ever had one. But I also think I have a lot of side characters as well.
Right? Them side hoes.
Oh, yeah, totally. I hope Tasha's not watching. She'll take that out of context.
Well, I'm the main hoe, so I don't know what she would be otherwise.
You fucking wish you won't fucking accept me.
People are gonna start thinking we're gay. People just joined the stream out of context.
I sent a video to your mom yesterday, and it had some girl talking on our phone, and it said, if your boyfriend's best friend doesn't make you question their sexuality, or if your best friend doesn't make you question yours and his sexuality, are they really your best friend?
Right.
Oh, man. Alright, let's see here. What actions would you take to earn a loved one's trust back after you've broken it?
Actions speak louder than words, so just, act the way that you should, fucking... you just have to show them that it was a mistake, you fucked up,
So here's a good example, and you don't have to talk about it if you won't. What did Doc do to earn your trust back after what he did a couple years ago?
Oh, he bought me off. He bought me a video game.
So basically, if I ever piss you off or lose your trust, just buy you a $60 game, will be good again.
Well, no, because it wasn't just that. He offered. I wasn't kidding. He did actually buy me a game, but it wasn't until after that he would kind of worked his way back. It was more it was the fact that he was just trying, to make amends. It wasn't it wasn't like he was like, oh well, fuck you. Then it was because I did block him on a lot of things. He sent me this really nice message, detailing why he was sorry and why he did what he did and stuff, and explained some things in more detail. And then he just, he came clean and said, yeah, I shouldn't have done that shit. I'm sorry. Please just give me another chance. It can be a partial chance if you'd like. So I was like,
right, and that's what I told him when you first got me back playing with him. I was like, listen, man, I don't fucking like you. But gamers convinced me to talk to you again. If things go well, I'll start trusting you again. But as of right now, that's gonna be no. And I mean, so far through all the things we talked about and through all the stuff we've done together, I think he's kind of starting to earn the trust back to where I can call him a friend again. But that's one of the biggest things I've thought about is when it comes to losing trust. If you had to be filled with one food ingredient, what would it be? I want to go with sugar for you.
wait, what?
If you had to be filled with one food ingredient, what would it be?
Shepherd's pie.
Food ingredient.
I think shepherd's pie counts as a food ingredient.
No, that's several ingredients.
No. It's fine.
Like, I mean, you would either be sugar or chicken.
Oh yeah, I'd be down for some chicken.
I think mine would probably be caffeine. To be honest, I drink so much caffeine through like the cappuccinos I drink when I go to work, and then like the energy drinks that constantly flow through my veins, and the Dr Pepper and the Mountain Dew. Like it's straight caffeine. Pretty much my blood is caffeine.
Right.
Would you rather have security or freedom?
Freedom.
I think freedom is big. I think freedom to do what you want and feel like you need to do is more important than having security.
I'm an American through and through, motherfucker. I'm all about that freedom.
And this is the last one. What makes words what they are? So the evolution of a language is strange and complex. Try to create your own words and assign them meaning. So what do you think would constitute creation of a word?
Oh, for fuck's sake. We've done this before. We've made our own language, and it's gone awful every single time. I'm not doing this shit again.
Oh, come on. It's for the stream.
I don't know, like... this, like, we take... Didn't we take the American language, and then we, like, flipped it backwards, so everything we said was, like, backwards words? Or whatever. Like, in nos, it would be, like, Austin, and then fucking... Neighbor would be, like, Brian... fucking hell. I don't even remember.
I don't know what we did before. I don't remember. But I think what constitutes really making a language is it's got to be somewhat complex, and it's got to have actual meaning and not sound, absolutely ridiculous, like saying words backwards. See, that sounded absolutely ridiculous, but I like your German.
Fucking German there.
But I mean,
turns out I called your mother being in German.
But I mean, it's kind of hard to see what constitutes a language, especially with the English language, considering it, like I said, it's 3 languages all wrapped together in a trench coat. But
yeah.
I mean, I don't really know.
It'd be difficult, that's for sure.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. Anyway, guys, so this video was only like an hour and 40 minutes long. The next ones will be longer. We're thinking like 4 to 6 hours of gameplay from now on. But this, like I said, this is just a test. See how it goes. I now have learned to watch my streams from now on so I can reply to chats. Sorry about that, Xenon. I'm new to this. I apologize. But for now, it's going to be for this episode. So if you'd like to stream, caught it. Please like, subscribe. If you have suggestions, tips, or comments, put in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next video and or stream.